Good evening. Thank you for joining us for another testimony of things that I have seen God do in my life, and I've experienced in my life and seen Him move in other people's lives. Just putting down some videos that maybe build somebody's faith and help them through maybe something that they're going through. God is still real. He is still doing miracles. He is still healing and setting people free. Today I want to give you a testimony of one time I was in service at Dad's church, and this testimony is probably a threefold. I've been thinking on it a couple of weeks, and but a lady that was coming to church, her husband wasn't coming with her, and I'm hoping this will give you those that have a loved one, a spouse that is not attending church, and you're faithful to the house of God, and maybe this will give you some strength to know that God does move. She'd been coming to church for quite a while, and her husband wasn't coming with her, and she continued to pray, continued to live for God. People was praying, and one service he showed up, and he started coming with her to church, and God began to move. He was in the altar praying, and one night he came up for prayer, and Dad reached up and laid hands on him, and when he did, the man went straight to his knees, and the Lord just knocked him to his knees, and he was praying there, and when everything was kind of over, and he got up and he took the microphone, and he told the people, he said, "It has been years since I've been able to be on my knees." He said, "I'm a welder," and he said, "I've had to pull up chairs and buckets and stuff to do welding, and because I could not get down on my knees, even one knee." And he said, his own words, he said, "I guess the Lord said, if you're not going to get on your knees for me, you're not going to be able to be on your knees until you bow before me." And God moved and healed him that night, and he was able to go back to his shop. He had a welding shop at his home, and continued to weld, and God delivered him of that, and he was able to work in his shop with ease, without buckets, without chairs. And a few weeks went by, and they was praying for him one night, and he had an ear that he could not hear out of, and he'd been deaf in that ear for a long time. They prayed for him, and God healed that ear in that service that night. And they began to talk to him, and the ear that God healed, he would turn that head towards you to be able to hear you, because he was used to turning his head the other way, and with the ear that he could hear out of. But the ear that was deaf at one time, when God healed it, he said now, instead of turning my head the other way, he said, I turned my head to the one that God healed. He said, because it seemed like I'm hearing stereo out of that ear. And this was from a gentleman that I've known, that God moved in, and I was experienced that service that night, to see God move in both of these services, of where God moved in this man's life and healed him miraculously in those services. And to let you know that there is still a God. And people say, I don't believe miracles still happen. Well, this 59-year-old man can tell you that I've experienced those things, and I've seen it in my life. I've seen him. He's healed me many times, healed my family many times. I've seen many of these miracles, and I'm hoping to relay some of these along to let you know, maybe to build your faith, maybe to encourage you to hang on no matter what's going on in your life. God is still on the throne, and He can still do miracles today. This has been an encouragement to you. I ask you to share it and click like, subscribe to the channel, and hope we can build your faith in times to come. May God bless you. Have a great day.